uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. All right, people, y'all know what time it is. This is live, uncut, unedited. This is your boy Martin G, aka the Crime Chaser. We're here today to bring some great information, and I want you guys to listen tight. And we got it for a quick 25 minutes, maybe a little less than a half an hour. We want to get all the information we can as possible. So I'm gonna wait till a few more people come in. This is live, uncut, unedited. We have a special guest. We have an attorney in the house, attorney Makia, right? Is it attorney? Yes. Okay. I was gonna make sure I have it right. Give them a few more minutes before they tune on in. All right, come on in, people. Come on in. We can hear you now. Y'all can hear me now. That's good. I want to give a shout out to Teamwork Inglewood for sponsoring this, having this today. And we're going to tell you a lot about Teamwork Inglewood in this process because we have to go through them for them to help us with this process on here. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. And I'm going to give you guys another minute to come on in. Make sure you share the video. Share the video, people. We have to know the difference between expungement and sealing. We got to know the difference, people. A lot of us don't know the difference. I just learned the difference the other day. So we have to know the difference. This is some information, people, that we need. So this is neat. Make sure you share this video. And I'm going to take a few questions, but I can't take too many. But I want to make sure you guys share this video. This is live, uncut, unedited. Make sure you share this video. I'm going to share it now. I need you guys to share this video. Share the video because this is great information. You're going to need this. Those of you who have a criminal background, those of you that have an arrest record without no convictions, this will be a help to you. And I'm trying to, these laws only apply here in Illinois. Now, if you're in Indiana, we can't help you right now. But right now, the laws only apply. Am I right, attorney? Only for Illinois, right? Correct. Okay.
Only for Illinois.
Only for Illinois. All right. We're going to get ready to get started, people. She's on a busy schedule. I'm on a busy schedule. So we're going to, okay. What we're talking about here today, we're talking about expungement and sealing. Know the difference. There is a difference. So in your own words, attorney, I need you to start with expungement or sealing, either or, and tell us what they mean and what's the difference.
Okay, so in simplest form, expungement is when you get something clear from your record, it's gone. No one can tap into this as if it never happened. Sealing is gone from the public view. Authority, FBI, police, other things, they'll still be able to see this, but just rural housing and most employers, they won't be able to see what's on the record. So again, expungement gone as if it never happened. Those are only for non-convictions. So non-convictions mean you were arrested and it was thrown out. So that means no sentence, no parole, no probation, no court supervision, nothing. Expunged. Convictions fall under sealing. Now, things that cannot be sealed or expunged will be federal cases outside of Illinois, DUIs, animal cruelty such as dog fighting, sexual assault, domestic violence, and unfortunately, if you like to go around setting things on fire, that will stick to you as well.
Okay. So you saying, what about murder? Can that be?
So murders can actually be sealed in Illinois.
In Illinois. So is that like, you got manslaughter, second degree, third degree, any type of murder?
Correct. Any type of murder can be sealed in the state of Illinois. Obviously, this is something that will have to go in front of a judge because it was a conviction. And I'm pretty sure the state attorney may object to the petition of us just sealing this. So with that, that's when the attorney will get together a package for you. So letters of recommendation. If you have any type of certificates, degrees, any good conduct that we can put together in front of a judge so they just won't look at you off of your past. So if you caught a murder years ago, but you've gotten out, gotten a job, trying to provide for your family, start a business, what have you, they can see that that was something that happened in the past, and you're showing remorse for forgiveness rather than, oh, I killed someone and now I just want it off my record.
Okay. Now, so what about, okay, another question I want to ask you. What about teenagers? What can be sealed and unsealed or expunged? What, I mean, with teenagers, I know they have a different set of rules, right?
Correct. So your juvenile record can be expunged. So that's with convictions and non-convictions.
Okay. Okay. Can you give us like example? Say like if a teenager stole a car when they 15 years old and maybe they ran into something, they didn't kill nobody. So that could that be expunged?
Okay, so if the individual is at least 21, and if there has been like at least a 5 year gap, like from the juvenile court proceedings, well, when the juvenile court proceedings finished into now, then they will be able to get it expunged.
Oh, okay. That'd be okay. All right. That's
And
what.
then if you don't have any cases pending, also. So it is a little tricky, but if you did something before you were 18, you're 21 now, you haven't done anything else, your juvenile record can be expunged.
Okay. Now, let me ask you a question. So, what are some of the steps of starting the process, getting expunged and sealing? What is the
Okay,
steps?
so for my organization, you will first start by going to the police headquarters on 35th in Michigan. They'll fingerprint you. They're going to mail you two documents, your rap sheet and then your Illinois State Police report. So your rap sheet will have your Chicago arrest, and then your Illinois State Police report will have all of your Illinois arrests. They're going to mail you these two documents. It is a possibility that you will get the Illinois State Police report back before you get your rap sheet. From that point, you'll come into our office. We're located on 63rd and Homestead, second floor of the U.S. Bank. I have a paralegal there. She'll screen you, do your intake just to make sure that you do qualify first, because you have to be off of probation and or parole for at least 3 years. So if you get released from your probation today, February 23rd, 2023, you will not be eligible for sealing or expungement until 2026. So it has to be at least 3 years. So she'll do the screening. From there, we'll make copies of the documents, give you back the original. I'll prepare your petition. The petition is basically separating your rap sheet that can be sealed and everything that can be expunged. From there, I'll file it. We have to send copies out to the state's attorney's office, the arresting police officer, the arresting police agency. Typically, only the state's attorney will object to a petition. They don't have any guidelines, so I can't give any reasons on to why they will object. If they were to object, that's when we will go to court. That package, as I spoke about earlier, letters of recommendation, good conduct, anything that makes you look good on paper. We'll need that for the judge. If there aren't any objections, then your sealing, your expungements will automatically be granted. You'll receive a documentation in the mail and via email letting you know that your record is clear.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question. Okay, I just want to get a little clarification. Now, sealing doesn't mean that it's gone, right? Only certain people can look into your record if it's sealed, right? Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now,
Correct.
it's expunged. That means it's wiped out. It's wiped, right?
Correct. So expunged means it's gone as if it never happened before at all. And that's because typically with expungements, it never did happen. You were arrested, but you were not convicted. So how I always like to break it down to people is your arrest report is not what you went to jail for or well went to prison for. It's what you got arrested for. So I always tie it to your credit report. So if you go into a car lot and you let them run your credit for your car, and you don't get the card, sometimes the inquiry is still on your credit report. So if you were to get arrested and you went into the station and you weren't convicted of a crime, it's still on your arrest report. So you need to get that expunged off.
Okay. Now, the services that you offer at Teamwork Inglewood on the second floor, right, are free, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have to qualify first.
Correct.
You have to meet the criteria. So if you're still on parole or probation, you can't help them right now, right?
Correct. The only service that I will be able to provide if they are still on parole or probation is if they have a background and they're trying to get into the medical field. Then I can assist them with a healthcare waiver, which will allow individuals with backgrounds to still work in the medical field if the waiver is granted. I do not hand out waivers. I complete applications, and we have to mail that out to Springfield, and they'll mail back the waiver or the denial letter to the individual. It's about a 2-week turnaround.
Okay, I have another question for you, attorney. What about those people on the DCFS neglect list? What is that? What about that? One of my people asked that question. I've never heard of DCFS neglect
well,
list.
that really doesn't have. Yeah, I was gonna say, that doesn't have anything to do with filling in expungement. The only thing that I've had a problem with DCFS with was getting a passport. One of my clients, but
okay,
I haven't had a client that was from DCFS yet.
Okay. Now, so we have, now she broke it down like this. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's like when you go get a credit report, you get an inquiry. Everybody know what I'm assuming that you guys know what an inquiry is. Okay, now that's on your credit report, that inquiry. So you may not have got the credit card, but it's on your credit report. So in other words, she's saying if you've been arrested before, not convicted, no probation, if you've been arrested and they've been what you call an SOL, I think I'm saying it right, throwing out what they charge.
Even if it was thrown out,
okay,
whatever it was, like if you got arrested and they dropped the charges, you did not go to prison, it is still on your arrest report. I have so many clients that come in, they can't get apartments or they can't get jobs. It's like, but I never went to jail. Were you arrested? Yeah, but it was thrown out. It's still on your arrest report. It's not a conviction report. It's an arrest report. So whenever you are arrested, it is still on there.
Another one of my listeners asked, can burglary be sealed?
Yes.
She said yes, burglary can be sealed.
So the only things that cannot be sealed would be domestic violence, sexual assault, animal cruelty, so they mean dog fights, things of that nature. DUIs, correct.
So she said sexual assault, animal cruelty, DUI, and what else? I think it's a fire, isn't it? Arson, is it?
And arson.
Yeah, arson. Yeah.
Yes.
So it should be 5. I think we let me go down the list again. We talked about sexual assault, animal cruelty, DUI, arson. I think it was one more that I could think of.
Sexual assault.
Yeah, sexual assault. So those are the things that cannot be, you said sealed, right? Or expunged either.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Correct. They don't deal with either one.
Either one. Okay. Now, people, we got a few more minutes. We got like about good 15 minutes. I can take some calls real quick. This is live, uncut, unedited. You can call in 872-299-0808. One question and you're done. 872-299-0808. If you have a question, if you don't feel like typing, you feel free to call in 872-297-6389. This is valuable information. Also, attorney, I want you to leave your card or something with me or a screenshot and send it to me, and I'll post it. So again, we want to thank Teamwork Inglewood. We thank you so much for allowing us to display this, just to put this word out because we need it. The scripture said, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. And knowledge is power. It's king, people. It is king. Okay. All right. I got a caller. Hold on, caller. 1 minute. All right. We got to give a minute. When a criminal record is sealed, that means that most people can't see it. A sealed record cannot be seen or considered by the general public, landlords, school, license boards, and most employees. All right. Employers who do not use the FBI. All right, caller. Where are you calling from? 6799. Go ahead, caller. Caller, you're
Yes, I
live.
want to know how long will it take when you get out? Can you apply for those services?
You have to wait 3 years after you've been off of probation and or parole.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you, brother. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. All right, people, y'all can call in 872-299-0808. We're taking questions. We got a few more minutes. Come on in, 872-297-6389. 6389. We have an attorney on the live, and she know exactly what she's talking about. This is what she live and breathe. This is good information. Good information. And if you need some assistance, she's available. Give us the address at Teamwork Inglewood over there.
815 West 63rd Street.
Second floor, right? Yeah. 815 West 63rd
yes, second
Street.
Floor.
Okay, cool. Somebody said, I just applied. Attorney called me and it said he was going to do it pro bono. I said, amen, that's a blessing out of the blue. Okay, they do a pro bono too as well. They don't charge either. This is she's working through a non-for-profit organization, Teamwork Inglewood. So anybody else, you have any questions, people? Any questions? Oh, I got another caller. And remember, people, this law only applies to Illinois, not Indiana, no other state, not California, none of the, only in Illinois. Okay, just want to let you guys know that, so we don't want to confuse you. Area code 314. Hey, caller, where you calling from? 314, area code. Hello, caller.
Yes, I was wondering, why do people on probation and parole don't get services like other people, like other criminals? Thank you.
Well, I'm not sure. This is just something in the statute. So this is the Illinois law. So this is anything that I've made up. This is something that we just have to follow.
True. Thank you.
No, thank you for calling, caller.
No problem.
Okay. Hey, caller, I got another caller, 9603. Hey, caller, where you calling from? 9609. I'm sorry, 9609. Hey, caller, where you calling from?
Hello, calling from Chicago.
Hey.
I have a question. I have a neighbor, and she's trying to drive the buses, but she had a case she was indicated on through DCFS for her child was diagnosed with failure to thrive, and they were saying that it was something that she did on her end. However, this was 16 years ago, and she's trying to work for the bus company again. Can she have that expunged where it won't show up? She has custody of all her kids, including the child that she was
that she would have to let me see the documents, and then we always just start with the fingerprints just to make sure that she was not charged or arrested for any crimes. And then I would just have to look into that separately to see what is going on. So I will drop my information at the bottom of this live, and you can just give it directly to her.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
All right, no problem.
Thank you. 872.
Thank you all. Have a good one.
Thank you. 872-299-0808, or you can call 872-297-6389. We have the attorney live, uncut, unedited. She's answering any questions concerning expungement and sealing. Anything outside of that, can't give you no information. We just only dealing with expungement and sealing right now. All right. Someone said, James Brad said, can reckless conduct be expunged or sealed? Reckless conduct. That's the question he
No, unless it happened before you were 25.
Okay.
So any reckless driving, it cannot be off of your record unless it happened before the age of 25. Anything after the age of 25, they will not seal or expunge off of your record, unfortunately.
Okay. Now, I know you're tired of repeating yourself, but again, well, I can say it. Those of you, if you have any sexual assault, arson, I believe domestic, is it domestic violence too as well? That's up under that. DUIs.
Yes, it's domestic violence.
Okay, and DUIs that cannot be
And animal cruelty.
And animal cruelty that cannot be expunged at all or sealed. So I'm just letting you know. I have a question for you too. Now, normally when the government, when the governor, they pardon people. So how does work? When they pardon a person, do it still show up on the record, their record, or something? How that works? I just want to know about that real quick.
Okay, so whenever you're speaking on concealed carry.
No, I'm just speaking period. I'm just give you an example. Say like a person kills somebody, do a DUI, and the governor decide to pardon them. So do that still be in the arrest record, or is just wiped clean, or what? That's what I want to ask. If you can break that down to me.
Okay, so that's something separate. Like you will have to do a petition for their pardon.
Okay.
So that's something totally different.
Okay. All right. Now, somebody have another question, I believe. It's a violation of an order of protection was reduced to a charge called reckless conduct misdemeanor. So that's what I guess, assuming that's what he was talking about. Violation of an order of protection charge reduced to a charge called reckless conduct misdemeanor. So I'm assuming that's what he's talking about. All right, let me see.
I'm sorry, you like muffled. I couldn't hear the question.
Okay, you muffled. Okay, all right, let me go back again. All right, I'm sorry. All right, what is?
I'm actually on your live too, so I'm gonna see if I can see that question.
Okay, yeah, you can, as long as you turn the live down, you can watch it, because if it'll be an echo if you try to have the live playing. You could just
Yeah. I have the
okay.
volume down.
Okay. Now, don't forget, people, we're talking about Illinois law only with sealing and expungement. So we're not talking about Indiana or Texas or Florida or none of those states. So these laws only apply to Illinois if you're from Illinois. All right. All right. Now, let me see. Okay, here it is. This is what he said. He said that the violation of order protection charge was reduced to a charge called reckless conduct misdemeanor. I got another call too. So that's when he was talking about reckless conduct. The gentleman. Okay, I got another.
Yes, the reckless conduct misdemeanors, they can be sealed unless it was reckless driving.
Okay. All right.
So, yes.
Okay. All right, people, we got about 7 minutes. All right, I have another caller, 6876. Hey, caller, you're live, uncut, unedited.
Yeah. How you doing, Crime Chaser?
I'm wonderful.
I got a question. If you already had you had a case, like a drug case 30 years ago, and you had it expunged off your record, and how is it still coming up? That it's showing up, because I tried to get a conceal and carry, a FOIA card, and it's still showing up.
Okay, so that will be a different step. Just because you, and that's the main point, I always get asked that question. Just because you get your record sealed or expunged, you do not qualify to get your concealed carry license. What you would have to do is what Crime Chaser was just talking about, a pardon to the government, basically asking for forgiveness. So the state has forgiven you for those crimes. Now you want forgiveness so you can have your right to bear arms. So that is another step that you would have to complete. Kind of the same thing, just a different title.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay.
No problem.
You know what, attorney?
That's my question.
No problem. No, attorney, now this may not be true. Well, it is true. I know a guy that was a felon about 20-some years ago, and he still got approved to be conceal and carry and everything. And that's strange. And that was over 20
So he
something years.
probably did the part into the government.
Okay.
So he probably had someone that did that extra step with him. So if you just go and get your records sealed and then try to just fill out for your FOIA card, like right then, you will not get approved. Like it's the extra step that you have to take. So he probably took the extra step that I just explained.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, we open up a question. We could take two more. We could take two more questions. You got another question, sir? Or that's it? Two more questions. 872-299-0808. Now let's get it while it's hot. Tomorrow may not. Now listen, people. She's right here. She is an attorney. She knows what she's talking about. So listen, who better to ask than the attorney? So people, take advantage of this opportunity. This free information. Also, there's no charge. If you want to go through the process of sealing and expungement, you would have to come up to Teamwork Inglewood. She would help you. She have a paralegal there. You have to go through the process to see if you qualify. Now, if you're still on probation and parole, you do not qualify for expungement and sealing. Am I correct, attorney? Am I correct?
Correct. You have to wait at least 3 years after you finish your complete sentence. So your sentence includes community service, court supervision, probation, parole, what have you. Until you are a free person, you have to wait 3 years after that.
Okay. All right. I got another call. I think it was one of the same calls. Hey, caller 3699. You're live, uncut, unedited. Hey, caller. Go ahead.
Hello. I have a question for the attorney.
Yes, go ahead.
How would a person go about getting the conceal and carry when they have a UUW misdemeanor for a gun?
Okay, so first they will have to get that sealed or expunged, and then they will have to do that part until the government asking for their right to bear arms. It is not a guarantee that it will be granted. That's another thing I want to emphasize on this call. Just because myself, I see someone hashtag Illinois Legal Aid. I work with them, Legal Aid Chicago, any other organization. Just because we submit your petition, that does not mean it's going to be granted. It is totally up to the judge.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you for hire to handle these types of cases?
You said, was I hired to handle those cases?
No, she said, are you for hire?
No, are you for hire?
I'm sorry. It's like you breaking up. I thought you said, was I hired for those cases? I couldn't, I don't hear anything.
Okay. She's asking, are you for hire? But you can go, they do free work. She do free work.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we get in touch with her?
We do free work at Teamwork Inglewood.
Mm-hmm. And you give it
Teamwork Inglewood.
Yeah, we'll leave the information on. She's gonna post the information, tag the information in. Matter of fact, if you're on Facebook right now, attorney, you could just type it in right now, and I'll pin it up, so everybody can see it.
Okay.
You just type it in the comments. All right.
Okay.
So any other questions? Now let me ask you a question. That UUW, was it thrown out, or was it a conviction or service, community service or something, or?
It was a conviction, UUW misdemeanor, like over 20 years ago.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Now, here is the address where you can get the help. It's on the second floor, 815 West 63rd Street, Teamwork Inglewood. That's a non-for-profit organization. Also, I'm an affiliate, a vendor of theirs. I work with them as well. So they do a lot of great work in the community, not just in Inglewood. They're all over. They do great work. And this is a dear sister. She works with this organization as well. So I believe that's it, people. Any other questions? So I just want to get a quick rundown. I'm going to let you go, attorney. Quick rundown. just tell us the difference between expungement and sealing, and after that, and tell us what cannot be expunged or sealed, and that'll be it for the night. So just tell us the difference real quick. And
Okay.
okay,
So in simplest terms, expungement is when it is clear from your record as if it never happened. Sealed is when it is clear from your record from the public view. So housing and most employers, they won't be able to access these documents. But again, this is something that is not an automatic. We have to do a petition for this. It can be denied. We can reappeal, and it can be objections from either the state arresting police officer and the arresting police agency. I myself, I'm partnering with other attorneys. We do provide these services for free. I have pinned the address on there. You can come in, call. Someone will be there to help.
okay. Now tell us what things that cannot be sealed and expunged. I think it's like a list of 4 or 5 things.
The things that cannot be sealed,
Yeah.
the things that cannot be expunged first will be convictions. So if you were convicted, it cannot be expunged. Things that cannot be sealed will be DUIs, arson, animal cruelty, sexual assault, and domestic violence.
Okay. I got
And any federal cases outside of the state of Illinois.
okay. I got one more caller. Caller, you got to make it quick because she's on a tight schedule. Okay. Caller 8930.
Okay.
Come
It's,
on. Go ahead.
the question is, okay, say it's your case is sealed or expunged. If you fill out an application or paperwork, do you have to say you did that crime or whatever? Or you just tell them your case is expunged?
I'm sorry. So if it's expunged, it won't pop up on your background at all. If it is sealed, depending on who it is, they may still be able to see it, and that's when you can explain that you have that sealed off of your record. So depending on what employer it is, like if you're trying to go apply to be a police officer, I'm pretty sure they can see that.
All right. Thank you.
So sir, let me ask, so what he was trying to say is that, like, when you filling out an application, whatever it is, should he just say never been arrested before? Because they'll use that against you and throw the whole application, say you lied, probably won't even interview. So I think that's what he was saying. Should he mention that he'd been arrested?
Oh, okay. But yeah, so if your record has been expunged, they won't be able to see that you've ever been arrested. So you never did what you did. If it was expunged, so you would just put no.
Okay. Now, depending on when it's sealed, depending on who's looking and who's pulling it. So, okay. All right. So I want to thank you, attorney. Thank you so much. I know you got a busy schedule tonight. I appreciate you. Sorry about the little technical difficulties we had earlier. Thank you so much. I'll be looking to work with you in the future. I want to thank Teamwork Inglewood for sponsoring this and setting this up for the community. Remember, people, you can go there. It's free. It's free. It's free. They even take you down. Oh, matter of fact, make that announcement that you're taking a lot of people March. Did you get that date yet for expungement and then sealing?
I got in that date. It will be at the end of March / the beginning of April. I will make sure that I give you the information so you can share with your followers. I will be taking 50 people to the police headquarters for a rap sheet day. We will pay for your rap sheet, and then we will get those petitions started for you all for free.
And if you have a warrant on you that day,
it will be a first come, first served basis.
If you have a warrant, they won't arrest you. And you're right. And that's correct what you said?
Correct. Right. Correct. If you have a warrant, they will not arrest you. They just will not release your rap sheet to me.
Okay. And this is all free.
Before we even get all of that started, if anyone is interested, I will have sign-up sheets. So you'll have those sheets so your viewers can sign up, and I will run names to make sure you don't have a warrant before you even come, and waste my slide as well.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, attorney, thank you so much. I know you got some things to do. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to take time with the Crime Chaser live, uncut, unedited. And thank you so much. I appreciate you. Keep the good work up. Keep sharing information. Keep helping people as you always do. And thank you so much for your time and your effort. Thank you so much, attorney. Thank you so much. All right,
No
people.
problem. You have a good day.
You too. This is live, uncut, unedited, people. We're about to end this segment. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you share this information. Share this live. I need at least 80 to 90 people sharing this live. Someone needs to hear this. This is valuable information. Thank you guys so much. This is live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Live,